So we're starting on Word Chapter 1, Pause and Practice 3, Step number 6. So really all we have is some cleanup to do. And the first thing is we're going to change a few words in the text to maybe more appropriate words or words that portray the feeling we want of the letter. So the first thing we're going to do in the third paragraph of the body here of the letter, we're going to find the word reveal right here. So it's that you as a buyer would want to know about, comma, be sure to reveal that information. So reveal is kind of a not very nice word. There's probably better words to say that. So we're going to use the Thesaurus to do that. So I started by double clicking on reveal. I'm going to come up to review and select Thesaurus. So there's several different words we can do. And so one of the things about the Thesaurus that can be confusing. So if I want to do divulge, if I want to pick divulge and replace it with reveal, I don't want to double click, right? Because look, it takes me to divulge, right? So it kind of like goes and looks up that next word that I double clicked on. If I want to actually use divulge, I need to go to this arrow to the right, the arrowhead, and say insert. Because I had reveal selected, it's going to replace reveal with the word divulge. So that worked out good. I'm going to close that up. And then I want to find residence in the first paragraph. So it's the third line here for me because I have my text scrunched here. So I'm going to double click on it. And I want to go up to the review tab. And no, I'm going to do a right click, sorry. And we're going to do a synonym. And look, we can get to thesaurus this way, but there's also some very common synonyms for the word that we have selected or words that mean the same. And we're going to pick home. So this one's a little bit easier. You see home, you double click on it, and you're good, right? So we've changed that. So now we need to correct these things. So all these things that have a red underline mean that there's a spelling error. And what a spelling error in Word means is that that word isn't in the dictionary, right? And so if you do medical or legal or technical terms or have, a name like mine, Mandalinage, or if you have a company name or a street name that isn't a common word, it probably is not in the dictionary, and you would want to add it to your personal dictionary so you don't have to spell that word would not come up every time you spell checked. So what these are saying is that there's a spelling error, and then the blue is a word usage, right? So if we look at this, best wishes and thank you for, this is a contraction of you are business. We know that's not right. We want it to be your. So first of all, we're going to just explore a little bit of the custom dictionary. So we're going to go to Backstage View through File, Options, and then Proofing. And right here, click on Custom Dictionaries. And let's pick Roaming if you have it. Otherwise, pick your custom dictionary and edit the word list. Now, I'm not going to be able to do this because I've already added, but you would put your last name in here and then click on Add. Okay? Let's see. Let's just put... I'm going to add that. Oops. That's not... Right, so I typed in a word that I might use over and over. I'm going to say add, and now it's part of the dictionary. So like if I would come up here to the M's, there's my name, right? So once you do that, you're going to do OK, OK, OK. And now for this document and all documents, your last name is not going to come up as a spelling error. But make sure you spell it correctly when you add it. All right, so that's this 7. We're going to go to spelling and grammar. So one of the ways we can do is go word by word to these red and right click. And it'll come up and say, okay, whole house is not one word. If that's what you're trying to do, it should be 2 words. Or are you trying to spell wheelhouse? Well, we're trying to do whole house. So I'm going to click whole space house there, and it's going to change. But that, if I have a large document, you want to go red, red, red. You want the system to do it for you. So let's go home by doing Control Home. and we're going to come up here to review, and we're going to pick editor. Now, if you have 219, it's going to say proofing rather than editor. If you have 365, it's going to say editor. So we're going to click on that, and it has 5 errors. It has 3 spelling and 2 grammar. I didn't see the other grammar one. Okay, so let's start by clicking on the spelling. It will go to the first spelling, and here, trust. So it gives you a little the little words around it, and then here's some choices. Well, we don't want trust, we want trust. So I'm going to click on trust. It's going to select it. It's going to go to the next one. That should be granite. We're going to click on that one. So then it finds my initials, and that's okay. It's not in the dictionary, it wouldn't be, but it's okay. So I can choose to ignore it this one time or ignore it if I have multiple occurrences in this document. I only have it once, so I'm going to say ignore once, and that's good. Now there's 2 grammar things. So your, we know that, oh, and we've finished it. So I was wrong about that. So now we have nothing underlined on our document, and that's what you want. You don't want to turn, well, there's an underline, but we actually underlined it. I meant the little indicators of errors. I'm going to skip step 9. You can certainly do that on your own, but I want to get to the document properties. So I'm going to take a second and save my file, and then I'm going to go to File, and then Info. Over on the right are the properties. I want to show all properties. So these properties can be set so they can use them later in your document, or they're part of a meta tag if people are searching, if you're searching for a document you know had disclosure in it. If you have that in the title here, you'll be able to find it. So we're going to find the property that says title, and we're going to say disclosure statement. The author, we're going to remove this. So we're going to right click, remove person, and then the author, we're going to add Emma Cavella and hit tab. So we did title, we did author, company. Where is company? Right there. Placer Hills Real Estate. And we're good. So we're going to click this properties and do advanced property. And in the subject, we're going to stay real estate. Now, I could have gotten to subject over here. We just wanted to show a different way to get to that. So then we're going to do OK and go back to our document. So we're really done with this. The last thing is, if you have the capabilities for this read aloud, I'm going to click here, and it's going to be a little weird because I'm recording, so we'll see what it sounds like.
Please read each paragraph before signing the disclosure statement documents. As you fill out the required disclosure packet, it is critical.
Okay, so you can use the read aloud as a proofing mechanism if you have that capability with your system. If you don't, it's okay. It affects nothing with the submission of your assignment. So now we have this done. We can save it, and we can get out of it and submit it. So let me just run through that since it'll be your first time. So I need to get back to SimNet, back to where we started, which is this resources in the Word Chapter 1 tile. So now I need to upload my file. So I'm going to upload it. I'm going to find where that is. So I find it. I always validate the date and time that I saved it. So that's it. I'm going to upload it. So here's the decision point. Are you done and ready to submit it, or are you just uploading it to hold it because you need to finish it later? I'm done, so I'm going to say yes to submit. Or maybe and I did. I submitted it. Okay. So your instructor will get notification and you will get a grade. All right. Thank you.